Now for global business updates, Rotus Oddiri joins us. Good morning, Rotus.
Good morning, Dr. Bassi. Good morning, Vimbai. Good morning, Rufai, all our viewers. Begin in Nigeria. The latest treasury bill auction that took place yesterday, about 450 billion was what was offered. This is a primary market auction. It's bi-weekly. It took place yesterday. About 450 billion was what was offered. Over 1.2 trillion is what attracted it. And this is, back to when we keep talking about our foreign portfolio investment discussions here. If you look at the 364-day bill all the way to the right, 300 billion is what was offered. The subscription was 1.2. So that's a heavy bid to cover ratio, which is a term used to manage or rather measure demand for these securities. You can see the prior stop rates at 19.5, current at 19.35. Your true yield is 23.9, which is pretty much in line with where inflation is. If you talk to any fund manager that manages money for either institutions, high net worth individuals, retail investors, when these securities mature, you're not going to sit down with, by the way, the minimum to invest here is 50 million naira at the primary level. You're not going to sit down with 100, 200 million naira just sitting there. You have to reinvest this money, which is what makes these securities attractive. So the point I keep trying to make about FPI is that it is a cycle that continues to move in and out of the economy, but it continues to rotate inwards, which is why these funds are very important. Moving from treasury bills over to one of my favorite topics in the world, artificial intelligence. That's Ike Imokode, chair of Access Holdings, also founder of the Ike Imokode Foundation with Bill Gates. The Gates Foundation also, that's Dr. Bosun Tijani, the Honorable Minister of the Digital Economy Ministry. The Gates Foundation has signed an agreement for an AI scaling hub in Nigeria. By the way, Ike Imokode is now part of the Nigeria AI Trust. It's part of a team now that's going to be overseeing development of artificial intelligence in Nigeria. The AI scaling hub is meant to use artificial intelligence in sectors that are important to Nigeria, which is almost everyone, right? And the role Gates is going to play. These chips are expensive. The GPUs, the processing unit that you use in order for these AI models to use inference to be able to be more productive, that's what he's going to help. And we already know how far the digital ministry has gone in trying to use that to scale. So that's the latest news there. Gates, of course, he got that honor from the president. He's trying to do more with healthcare. He's talked about how US aid has been cut off and the impact on healthcare in Nigeria. So he's doing a lot. The man is just spreading his wealth everywhere. Good on him. It's just to give a practical example of this. OpenAI brought this update yesterday. ChatGPT can now connect to more internal sources and pull in real-time context, keeping existing user-level permissions. That is talking about privacy. Connectors available in deep research include Excel, look at the bottom there, Outlook, Teams, Google Drive, Gmail, Linear, and more. To give you a practical example of this, I need the gallery to go back to our Treasury bill table. Our Treasury bill table was developed in Microsoft Excel. Then you send it over to the graphics designer. He then puts it in pictorial form. You can see the CBN logo behind. Assuming you are a fund manager that has a meeting with a client and the client is interested in investing in Treasury bills, you would ask ChatGPT, go into my Microsoft Excel folder, pull out the Treasury bill data and set up a meeting with this person I'm meeting with this client. ChatGPT will go there, pull the data, summarize it for you, give you an update, and then you can now use that in your meeting. So this is supposed to be, instead of you going into your Excel file, pulling it, doing the analysis, the whole point is that these AI tools are meant to improve productivity, and that's an example that we're using. Going on from there, I think I'm going to go to Europe. The ECB is going to be giving a rate decision later on today. There's a lot of speculation around Christina Lagarde's future. We hear she's going to probably go and head the World Economic Forum. Maybe she's getting tired of the job. But if you look at the latest inflation data for the euro area, 1.9% for May. It's now fallen below the 2% target. So we're expecting another rate cut of about 25 basis points. Still on Europe, Friedrich Merz, the new head of Germany, is visiting the White House today. So Ramaphosa being the last victim of a White House visit. Merz, though, he's a very tall man, very imposing guy.
He's going to do that.
I don't think he can. He won't try it. So, but everybody, because Merz has had some choice words for Trump in the past. So everybody's looking forward to this meeting. By the way, the cabinet in Germany have approved a 46 billion euro tax package for corporations. It includes depreciation of assets, tax breaks for buying electric vehicles, and so on and so forth. It still has to be approved by Parliament. What else is going on? I think, Elon Musk. Okay, so I was very interested in hearing Rufai yesterday saying that the the bromance is over. Dr. Matt said, well, maybe not. He had full-on assault on the bill yesterday. Basically, this is his tweet. I mean, this was all throughout yesterday. He says, call your senator, call your congressman. Bankrupting America is not okay. Kill the bill. Kill the big, beautiful. He then posted a meme. Somebody posted a meme. He retweeted it. You can see a bus on a train track saying, money that Doge has saved the government. Then below that, Trump's big, beautiful bill hitting the bus off the tracks. ADP numbers. These are private sector numbers. There are many metrics used to review the U.S. labor market. You've got non-farm payrolls tomorrow, ADP, which is private sector, jobless claims, and then JOLTS, job openings and labor turnover. This is its lowest level. This is private sector. For May, 37,000. The forecast was 115,000. April's number was revised downwards. So again, there's a bit of a divergence between this and non-farm payrolls because non-farm payrolls also include public sector jobs. But this is it's a worry. And I think Trump now put out the truth yesterday saying that this man should cut rates again. So I think they're getting a little nervous about the labor market. But we'll see what the non-farm payrolls say tomorrow.
I want to go against convention today, Rotus. And I want to support Trump in this fight with Elon Musk. Today, I'm a Trump fan.
Yeah, a Trump
Why are you shaking my hand?
I'm a Trump fan today. You know why? In all fairness to Trump,
yes,
and I'm making a strong case for him, Elon Musk is the problem.
It's a big problem.
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
See, we have to say it the way it is. Elon Musk had a bromance with the Democrats before now.
Yep.
They gave him tax breaks and concessions on EV and green energy.
That's correct.
The big, beautiful bill will remove and cut those tax breaks.
Yes.
Why is he upset? When he was pumping over $200 million, Trump had told him, I don't believe in this green energy thing.
Said it.
He knew.
He knew it.
Trump had said before now that he's going to make his rich friends richer by giving them tax breaks. What $1 trillion every year for the next 10, 12 years. That's about 12 trillion thereabouts. So he has said all of this before. I put it to Elon Musk. Is it because they have cut that EV tax credit? That's why it's paying him.
Well, to be fair, he said that there shouldn't be any credits, that everybody, the market should compete. Well, that's what he said, but then who knows if we're just talking.
On this, I'm with Trump.
Yeah, with Trump.
All right. For me, an interesting debate that has come out of all of this is I'm sure you saw the back and forth over debt limits.
Yes.
And Senator Elizabeth Warren and Donald Trump weirdly agreeing on scrapping debt limits. But for me, it was more about the fact that should we be politicizing these types of decisions? When we're talking of fiscal debt limit, is it something... Yeah, the ship has sailed, but this is the conversation, is that should politicians be responsible for these very intricate and deep debates that need to happen when we're making these types of economic decisions. And I bring the conversation back home as well, because I feel that a lot of what we are experiencing with regards to the felt economy, what the economy feels like in my pocket, is because there are a lot of politicians making economic decisions for whatever reason. So there's a question mark on that. But to Germany, what I found quite interesting as part of some of the packages they are rolling out to try and create some sort of economic stimulus is that they're more than likely going to introduce electricity subsidies for industry. So, I mean, Rotus, I know you're the enemy of electricity subsidy, but in this, I'm like, well, if Germany is saying that they need productivity. So I think we also need to nuance our conversation around electricity subsidy in Nigeria, because electricity subsidy is not a bad thing. We just need to have a more nuanced conversation around...
Shots fired.
But how much are we owing? It's 4 trillion. So that's Germany isn't owing money. And Germany's subsidies are limited to a year. But good point. Excellent point, Jim. Dr. Abati.
Okay, first, the EU, consistently within the Eurozone, inflation has gone down to 1.9%.
That's right.
Below the 2% benchmark. The expectation by analysts is that the EU is going to cut interest rate by 25 basis points. And what will be the implication of that? It means that there will be a reduction in terms of borrowing and deposit rates with the banks. The banks on deposit rates, for example, are going to have to lose interest rate on deposits by about 0.25%. And then consumers will also probably benefit. Now, but what will be the next steps? Everybody is almost certain, interest rate will be cut, but what follows next? That's what is important. Now, on the still on the EU, Bulgaria,
Yes.
the Balkan country, which joined, the EU in 2007, is now going to join the Eurozone.
Exactly.
And that's going to be a lot of economic benefits, significant benefits, for Bulgaria. It had the support of most of the EU countries. Now it has met all the required conditions quickly to the United States. The ADP, job figures, payrolls, came in at 37,000 in May. In April, it was 60,000. And this is about the lowest for a very long time. But you link that also to the fact that, look, the economy itself is cooling, particularly the financial sector in the United States, which had gains almost immediately after Donald Trump came to power. Now, the Beige report also of the Federal Reserve, which they release occasionally, is saying that the U.S. economy has contracted for 6 consecutive months, under President Trump. And that's why Trump is panicking and is saying, oh, lower the rates, lower the rates. But, U.S. stocks missed, but finally, Boeing has agreed to pay compensation of $1.1 million for the incident involving Lion Air. I think that was 2018 or so. And then the incident involving MAX 737 that crashed 6 minutes after taking off in Addis Ababa in 2019. The effect of this is that Department of Justice will not take Boeing to court. So compensation will be paid.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.